You know what it is. You are in PE with Dave and Jay. I am Jay. That's my boy
Dave,
Dave.
what's
Yeah.
good?
What
What's
What
good?
up,
What's
son?
good? Hey man, nothing, man. Another Sunday, another bill day. Looking
Yeah,
forward to
man.
it, man. Today look like
Got to get it
we're
in.
gonna be dealing with abs. Like what we used to call them when we were younger, abdominiums, right? So just a couple of exercises that I pulled from the archives of Tony Horton. A lot of these exercises for you folks at home, these exercises can be done at the crib with a mat and possibly a medicine ball or 10-pound plate or dumbbell even or kettlebell. All right, so yeah, it's geared for you folks at home that don't have all the fancy equipment of the gym. So just yeah, bear with us, man, and let's build on these apps.
I bet.
So
So what we got?
so
What we got
so
first?
the first exercise that we're gonna push out this morning gonna be in and outs. All right, so I'll show you guys the setup real quick. Like I told you guys, all you're gonna need is a mat for this. All right, in and out, simple. All right, and there's different ways you could do this. I like to do the more advanced method, but I'll show you guys the intermediate. All right, so you're gonna be in kind of like a C position with your body. You can brace your self with your hands, and all you're really doing is you're lifting your legs off the ground, and you're bringing your knees in and back out, in and hence the name in and out, right? So what I like to do is when I come in, I come with a little force, so that I can have that bounce across against my upper torso, and that's where I can feel like contraction. That's where the money's made right there. Boom. So we're gonna do 25 of those, and yep, and then we're gonna alternate.
What we got after that?
And then we're gonna be sitting right here, same spot, and we're gonna do bicycles. And same movement, like you could brace yourself. Oh, I didn't show you guys the advanced move. The advanced move when you're doing those is you would, put your arms above here on your shoulders or your hands on your shoulders, kind of keep them up away from your knees and execute the exercise as such. All right. The next
Okay.
exercise is gonna be the bicycles, right? You can either brace or you could, hold your arms up and you're gonna be, cycling a bicycle, right? While you're in the seat position. All right. And you're gonna do 15 reps forward and then you're gonna do 15 reps in reverse. And the reverse is where it gets you. All right, because there's no break in between. You're just gonna constantly go flow through.
Okay. And show us one. The third one.
The third one is going to be pretty much the same as in and outs, but we're gonna incorporate our arms. All right.
Okay.
So we got our arms out, which kind of makes it more advanced. And we're gonna bring it in, and we're gonna wrap our arms around our knees when we bring it in.
Got it.
And you're gonna feel that degree of difficulty raises a little bit. You're gonna feel that big time because you're not supporting yourself on the ground with your hands anymore.
All right. How
All
many of
right.
those we doing? What's the rep?
We're doing 25 of each exercise. Um,
Okay.
it's a good rule of thumb for you guys out there.
Got it.
All right.
All right. Cool. 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 Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
All right. All
So
right.
I got a question. You could take the first set. All right. So
All right. Cool. 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 Cool.
I have three daughters. Right? And my daughter comes to me and she says, my youngest, she comes to me with a towel wrapped around her head and she's like strutting, like she's just super cute. And she says, "Look at my long hair, daddy." I was like, "That ain't no hair, that's a towel." She's like, "No, this is my long, beautiful hair. You see?" And I remember kids doing that when I was a kid. And I associate it to them wanting their hair to be long and flowy, like what they see princesses, in the Disney movies and shit, right? So I found it as an opportunity to talk to my daughter about her hair and how beautiful it is, and how her hair, though it may be different from other people or people she sees on TV. Her hair is unique in that it grows towards the sun instead of going towards the ground. And just because it doesn't hang down and it's not flowy doesn't mean that it's not pretty, right? And it got me to thinking about like fairy tales and symbolism and stories that we tell our children and what they see on TV. And it brought me to the color black, right? To the color
Huh.
black, right? Because I see a very heavy push now by Disney and all of these cartoon companies and movie companies to push this agenda that, brown skin is beautiful too. I see them trying to be more inclusive of different ethnicities in the
All right.
cartoons, right?
All right.
And it got me to thinking about like blackness and colorism and,
All right.
light versus dark, the whole Willie Lynch, syndrome thing, like darker skin is ugly and black is evil, and I just kind of went down a little rabbit hole of this whole like colorism thing, I'm curious about what your thoughts are on colorism,
All right.
what do you
Yeah.
think about that?
So just like you, my youngest daughter was afflicted by that European standard as well, of beauty, to the point where she didn't like herself. And it's weird, right? And like in our culture, see, I used to have curly hair. You probably can't notice that from this point. But my daughters have curly hair, very woolly curly hair, and they don't really appreciate it. It's weird. It's something that I appreciated growing up, because I guess obviously I look different than everybody else around me. Whatever, I kind of had that mixed look, being a Afro Latino, right? And that was just something that I embraced. But my kids don't, because I'm not necessarily growing. I'm not raising them in the same environment I did. So of course their standard of beauty is a little different. And of course they're adapting to their surroundings. So I had the same talk to, basically teach my child to love themselves. And that's a terrible, because it's obviously something that's making them feel bad about how they look. I mean, again, it's what you're born with, is natural. I mean, right? Like, so what's so bad about it? I think with my kid, it was more manageability and being able to, do our own hair and whatever have you, because we all know that, of course, the hair is a little bit difficult to maintain and change up styles sometimes. If you're not properly, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're not necessarily trained, right? My wife does a great job of trying to, but it all comes down to like laziness, I think, at times. But as far as colorism is concerned, yeah, again, that was like that was my real first test. Like my two older children really kind of, understood what they had, and and appreciated what they were born with. And so we were, so it was my real first test, and it kind of hit me hard. And really struggled to really handle it, and know what to do, and really, to teach her that she was great. And this, like you said, this growing towards the sun, right? Like it's that's special, that's different. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty hard. I'm still dealing with that, brother. I'm still dealing with trying to teach her herself, self-worth, and that we matter and that we're beautiful as well. You know what I mean? So, little, just like I said, just bring you in a little taste of the household and how that's affecting us now, today's society, right?
Right. I mean, I appreciate the push that there is. Like we have Moanas and we have Princess Tiana and we have like what's the one with Bruno? No, the Hispanics, and we have Asian representation. I think we need to be intentional with our approach to race, in order to make things better. So I appreciate that. Fairy tales, of the old, they were hella racist, man. Like, I was reading where Disney Plus, they have like shows like Dumbo, what's up, Peter Pan, like the older ones, the older movies, they even have like a disclaimer on it saying that there are racist elements to this.
Wow.
Like this, yeah. So like, with Dumbo, there's a whole like minstrel show in the original movie.
Wow. Maybe go back and look at that.
Yeah, I think it might have been the Crows. I know
there's
one song where he's like, "I'll be unseen about I be unseen about everything when I see an elephant fly." You know what I'm saying? Or Peter Pan, the stereotypical Indian, stereotypical Indian in there. So they've even made it where it's not available for kids that are unless they're like 7 or older or something like that. But
wow,
yeah, man. So because I feel the reason why I bring this up, man, because I don't want to teach my children to be. It's what like white folks would call reverse racism, right? I don't want to, and I don't believe that Black people in America can be racist. We can be prejudiced, but
Yeah.
I don't want to teach my children to be prejudiced against the white people, right? I don't think that's the answer. I do want to teach them self-love, you know. So you know, when we go to the store and you know we're buying Barbie dolls and things like that, you know, I do kind of urge them towards you know dolls that look like them, but ultimately I let them decide, you know. And I don't want to be the parent that tells them they can't have a white Barbie doll, you
Yeah.
know, or I don't want to be
Yeah.
the parent that doesn't buy a white Barbie doll, you know. Like I bought my children white Barbie dolls, and I thought I would never do that, you know. But I mean, what do you when you were raising your kids? Did you let them have white dolls?
I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing that's under 100. I don't want nothing.